Scanlan's mansion, boys. Let's go. Oh my god, it's even better than I could have imagined. Oh, Scanlan? He's leaving. He is leaving. Oh no. What? Whitestone? Oh no. It was Ripley. Yes. It was Ripley. What up, my beautiful nerds? The Critical Role animated series Legend of Vox Machina is finally back with its third season, and honestly, guys, I think this might be the best season of this show so far. Hello everyone, I'm Finn. Welcome back to FinFilms. For those of you who've watched my channel and any number of my videos know that I am a massive nerd, a massive fan of fantasy, Dungeons & Dragons, and the Dungeons & Dragons streaming show Critical Role. I've been watching these guys since the earliest days of Campaign 1, all the way back in the Scuffed Geek and Sundry days. I've made a ton of Critical Role content on this channel, from breakdowns of like Campaign 3, going into deep dives of like lore videos, to deep dives and breakdowns of really interesting, cool, like thematic themes from the Legend of Vox Machina. Today, though, I'm going to be reacting to and breaking down Legend of Vox Machina Season 3, Episode 6, as our party have just came away from the absolutely epic Vorugal and Pit Fiend fight, which was a freaking wild, by the way. Don't forget to check out my reaction video for episode 5, because that fight was just absolutely insane. As I said, though, today we will be reacting to Legend of Vox Machina Season 3, Episode 6. I'm going to be breaking down all of the Easter eggs I see, all the references to Campaign 1, the changes from Campaign 1, and just reacting and having a good time with this absolutely epic animated series with you all. Before we get started, guys, if you do enjoy this video, learn something new, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, as that is the easiest way to help support me, and it really does go a long way in putting these videos into the algorithm. Enough chit chat. Let's just get into it, shall we? Here we go again, boys. Back at it again with that thing in the Critical Role Legend of Vox Machina animated series. Where we last left off, the squad was about to roll up into Scanlan's magnificent mansion, where I imagine they're going to eat a lot of chicken. So let's check it out. Scanlan's mansion, boys. Let's go. This was such an integral part of Campaign 1, man. Oh my god, it's even better than I could have imagined. Already, they're hitting us with the Easter eggs. We got a bunch of Scanlan songs, Beads of Love, which was from, Beads of Love, which was from Legend of Vox Machina Season 1, as well as Making My Way, classic Critical Role reference. When the Bald Man Cries, I don't remember that, but that's probably a reference to Grog, I believe. And then, what does that say? Grog poop. Go, yeah, because he played music when Grog was pooping in Campaign 1, and I can't see what the other record was if they showed it. I'm gonna look real quick. Oh, we got the cube. We got Scanlan's cube up here as well. Oh man, there's gonna be so many Easter eggs hidden in Scanlan's mansion. I already know, man. Oh, there's a musical number. There's a musical number coming. I already know. It's my club. Oh, the Unseen Servants. Let's go. Oh, they're so cute. Yup. This is all from Campaign 1, basically. They made spice freaking weed. Hell yeah. Dude, I love the Scanlan musical numbers. I'm so happy that they kept that element, like, from Campaign 1, obviously, because Sam's immensely talented. You know, he did so many improv, like, musical numbers in Campaign 1, so seeing them get to do that with Scanlan, great. Absolutely great. Oh, yikes. The dungeon, man. The dungeon. Oh, geez, Vex. Oh, yeah, that was a reference as well. He had a painting of himself and Pike on, like, a white horse, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Chateau de Scanlan. Oh, is the goldfish reference to Keyleth, I think, when Keyleth turned herself in a goldfish? I could be wrong. That could just be random fish, but I feel like that's a reference to Keyfish. Could be wrong there. Looks like there's a ton of references and Easter eggs in this episode. I love that he has just like an onsen. It's literally like a Japanese onsen, like in his mansion. Oh, now we're gonna get a little awkward, you know, face off, because obviously Percy's banging his sister, and you know, Vax has had some issues with Percy, at least throughout the series. I mean, to be fair, Percy kind of does attract danger. He's just looking out for his twin sister, you know. Oh my god, that's right. Oh my god, I completely forgot, bro. Oh, okay, that scene was, I'm pretty sure, straight out of Campaign 1. It might have been That might not have been in the mansion. I can't remember exactly, but that was definitely a scene from campaign 1. I remember, they have this conversation, and then Laura, as soon as Vax leaves, chimes in immediately. Like, I come hiding out of the hot spring, like hot tub water underneath, and it was just one of those gold comedy improv moments from campaign 1 that just really stuck through. That's one of the things I love about this show. They really have a smorgasbord of moments that they can pick from campaign 1 when they're adapting this. You know what I mean? They have so much stuff that they can draw from, what to change, what not to change, what do we want to show like verbatim from the campaign versus what do we want to just like get the gist of in terms of like thematic elements. So it is really great. I think they've done a really good job in choosing these moments, all of these really funny kind of classic, like campaign 1 watchers know these moments, you know what I mean? And even if you aren't a fan of Critical Role, you're just watching this show, maybe you've just stumbled upon this show, I think a lot of these moments that they picked are so iconic that even if you just watch this, you'll remember this moment because it's just so freaking ridiculous. They've done a lot of relationship stuff so far in this season, but to be fair, the relationship stuff is like, a big kind of part of campaign 1. There's a lot of like relationships that go on. We got a little Play to the Dawn Martyr action. Pike having trouble controlling it. Oh yeah, because they want to use the Play to the Dawn Martyr as kind of like a MacGuffin to beat Thordak. They're kind of, like angling that vestige specifically as like more of like a, like we need this to beat Thordak because of its fire stealing powers, right? So, but in reality, it was more of like their combined power together. They had the Scanlan cube again, man. Did you guys see that? Hold up. I gotta pause this. That's so funny. The Scanlan cube. Vax can't seem to decide what he wants, though, here, especially when it comes to his relationship with Keyleth. Obviously, his Raven Queen problems that will arise. Goof! Gosh, it's so awkward, man. Oh, I feel for them. Young love. Obviously, Keyleth is, like, super, just an awkward character in general, which is why we love Kiki. And Vax is, kind of equal awkward at times. And then on the flip side, we have Percy and Vex, who are just horny little bastards. It is great seeing Percy, like, be happy, though, because obviously Percy in the first arc is, like, I love Percy, one of my favorite characters, and I love the, I love his dark arc that he goes through, man, this revenge arc, justified revenge in many aspects, but how it really kind of, like, we saw it tear him apart and tear him down to his core, and then Vex kind of helps build him back up. Oh! Is that Burt Reynolds? A little Burt Reynolds reference up here in the top left. Scanlan's alter persona. Obviously, Scanlan's still on his shit dad arc because he is a shit dad. Oh, the chicken! Chicken. So much chicken. Campaign 1 knowers know about the love of chicken. Yes, okay, so they have most of the vestiges now. Last time also we saw Ripley was working with Thordak, a major change from Campaign 1. So I guess we're gonna be raiding Amon soon. Oof, man, that's true, bro. That's a good line, however they wrote that. How can I even save Teldore when I can't even talk to my freaking daughter? I really love Scanlan's arc from Campaign 1 and, like, the reveal of his daughter in the campaign. Scanlan is the classic kind of bard character, the womanizer, the man who sleeps with anything that moves, that really only cares about himself, and it really takes, seeing this part of himself, his daughter that came from him, something that he cares about, she's a part of him. I think there's this line in Campaign 1 where he says this, he's like, I only care about myself, it's the most important thing, and you are a part of me, so that means that, in my egotistical way, I care about you more than I care about, me or anything else in the world, because he's that narcissistic, and it really is true, this, Scanlan having a kid is what ultimately, moves his focus, what he thinks is like the most important thing in his life, to a more grounded, normal type of like a life to live. It helps ground Kaylee in many ways, helps ground him and become, a responsible teammate, a responsible father figure, and just a responsible person. And it's really fun seeing Scanlan's arc played out in that way, and them giving it a lot more kind of room to shine in this campaign, because Scanlan actually leaves the campaign for a little bit and gets replaced by my boy Tyrion Darrington at some point. So it's fun seeing, the Scanlan arc getting played out. Oh, Scan Man, bro. Oh, my boy, the Scan Man. You are a bad person. You're not a good person, Scan Man. We just talked about this. It's true, he does. This is the first time he cares for somebody else besides himself. Oh no. Oh, she does want her dad, man. She wants a dad. See, this is why I love that Scanlan chose to leave. You know, Sam chose to make Scanlan leave in campaign 1, you know, to be with Kaylee. Because it makes sense, man. It makes sense to me. Like, it makes sense that he would want to give up his adventuring life to be with his daughter, you know, a daughter that he didn't know that he had, because you can't do both at once. Like, you can't. And really, it's also like a total Sam Riegel move to just dip out on the party like that and just show up with a new character, especially a new character like my boy Taryon Darrington. Again, I hope we get a Terry reference at some point in the show. Terry was such an important part of Campaign 1, Terry and my boy Dodie, and especially that scene in On Corel where they introduce Terry and Dodie, or in Marquette, wherever it was, I think it was in On Corel, is just so freaking funny. It's one of my favorite scenes from Campaign 1. Back to Whitestone. Okay, so something's gonna happen here. Something's going to shit that's gonna have to cause them to, you know, start getting... Oh, Scanlan? He's leaving! He is leaving! They actually are doing it! Okay. I didn't know if they were gonna stick to the Scanlan leaving script or not. Oh, no! What? Whitestone? Oh no. Oh no, Percy. Oh no. Okay, so that's right. There's like this subplot, right, that wasn't in campaign 1. You know, it was alluded to. Thordak's plan was to hatch, you know, an army of baby red dragons to, you know, help conquer, you know, the entire world, and he would rule over it as Cinder King with his horde of elemental crazy red dragons, and ultimately that was stopped in campaign 1. Oh, just wreaking destruction, man. Bunch of baby red dragons. Again, this is a major change from campaign 1, but I'm down. I am here for it. I am here for it. Not the Sun Tree, bro. We love the Sun Tree. The Sun Tree is alive. It is our super chill homie. Oh, no, not the tree. Not the tree. Kill them, guys. Kill the dragons. Oh no. Pike, absorb it! Absorb it, Pike! Oh. God, Kima is such a badass, man. Not the Sun Tree! Put it out! Water bend. Water bend. She hasn't done her water bending arc. She hasn't visited the Northern Water Tribe. Oh, okay. Again, I've talked about this before. The animators who made this are Titmouse. They're the people who animated Avatar: The Last Airbender, hence why I'm making the Avatar jokes, in addition to the fact that, you know, Kiki... you know, her story in the Aramente is an obvious reference to Avatar: The Last Airbender. But man, can you tell that these people animated Avatar: The Last Airbender when you see them do elemental spells like that? Allura just whipping out, like, that is a Katara. This is like a Katara reference if I've ever seen it, man. Dip, dive! Dip, duck, and dive, Vax, go! Oh my god. The sexual jokes, man. The sexual jokes. Pretty on brand, though, I have to say, for Vox Machina and for Critical Role as a whole. We love ourselves some crude jokes. Yo, you best not touch Cassandra, or we're gonna have some real issues. Some real-ass issues, man. Yes, Grog! Big boy! Oh, he's gonna... Oh, I knew it, dude. I knew it. I do love how the creative liberties they've done with a lot of the D&D spells, you know, interpreting them in this show. Very fun. The animators are just really having a good time with this show, you can tell. They're being super creative. Oh, Cassandra, no! So they're just, like, destroying Castle Whitestone, I guess. We know that Percy does rebuild the castle and the town a bit, you know, later on in the years, post-Campaign 1. But they really just, like, tearing the entire castle down, huh? Oh, man, Percy... literally watching his entire home get destroyed. Again, I don't remember this from Campaign 1. Like, I know Whitestone gets attacked, I'm pretty sure, during the Chroma Conclave arc. But I don't think it's, like, absolutely devastated like this. But I like what they're doing, irregardless if it's a change or not. This gives me a lot of... this is giving me, like, House of the Dragons vibes right now. With, like, you know, how they are depicting the, you know, intensity and the death of dragons. And it's Raishon. Keyleth, bro. Keyleth always so quick to act. And now it's Vax as well. Guys, it wasn't Raishon, man. It was Ripley. Yes! It was Ripley. Which is wild, them making that choice to have Ripley work with Thordak. But, you know, again, I'm down for it. I'm here for it. That's a fun change to Campaign 1. And it does kind of link Ripley into the, you know, the larger story going on. Oof, man. Raishon, bad bitch. Love me some Raishon, man. Great character. I love, characters that, scheme. I love schemer characters, and Raishon is one of the best schemers in all of Campaign 1, for sure. And Vox Machina were definitely super sus of her, Keyleth specifically, understandably so, the entire time, and it made for a lot of tension. Some very good tension, story-driven tension. Oof, man, the Dorolo seal burning, that's some symbolism. Percy, my troubled boy. God, I love him so much. I love Percy, man. Percy is some of the best, some of my favorite scenes and moments from Campaign 1. And man, and that's how it ends, on a little somber note, eh? Fun episode. They hit us with, like, the kind of lighthearted moments at the beginning with Scanlan's, mansion scenes, and then immediately heel turn as we get hit with these really dark, intense, violent, emotional moments between Scanlan's story, as well as, obviously what is happening in Whitestone, this revenge attack by Thordak, the destruction of Whitestone, and, what they feel as a betrayal by Raishon, intermingled and scattered in, the love kind of elements going on, Scanlan and his daughter, Vax and Keyleth, Percy and Vex, all these different story elements playing on. It's good stuff. This was a really big, integral part of, like, Campaign 1, right? The kind of personal story elements scattered all throughout the campaign. It's one of my favorite things that Matt Mercer as a DM does. I think it's something that he is exceptional at, and something that, a lot of other dungeon masters have copied, this ability to sprinkle in character backstory and personal character stories along with the kind of primary story, doing them interchangeably, and it works amazingly well for the animated show. If anything, I would say what kind of sucks is we don't really see that as much with Grog's character. That is one thing that I love. Grog as a character, don't get me wrong, Grog's amazing. But, like, Grog's kind of personal character story isn't like a super, after the Kevdak stuff, it's not really a super intrinsic part of Campaign 1. Grog is like a very iconic character from Campaign 1, but I feel like Grog in a lot of ways is kind of more of the surface level character as compared to a lot of the other party members, and especially in how his story is told. And I do hope that we'll get more Grog kind of scenes and story throughout Campaign 1. As even Travis has said this, playing a low-end character is fun, but in terms of, like, story progression, you could tell that he was very excited to play more higher-end, higher kind of charisma characters, like Ford, Campaign 2, and obviously Chetney, Campaign 3, and we've seen, Travis is an amazing actor, and we've got to see him have a lot more fun and play around with these characters in the other campaigns, so I do hope that they will give Grog a little bit more love in Campaign 1, because it really has felt like Grog is kind of sitting on the sidelines while a lot of this other stuff is playing out. Another great episode, maybe one of the kind of weaker episodes so far of the season. Nothing wrong with that. We had some more plot progression. I mean, we are steadily working our way towards the climax of this season. I imagine that they're going to end this season with the big Thordak fight. I don't really know how much more we have left in terms of the Chroma Conclave arc from my knowledge, and I imagine the next season, Season 4, will primarily be the Vecna arc, if I had to guess. So yeah, Season 2 had 12 episodes, so I imagine that we have 12 episodes again for Season 3. We are currently on Episode 6, so that would mean we have another 6 episodes to go. So I would be very surprised if they don't wrap the Thordak, Chroma Conclave, Raishon arc before the end of Season 3, ending off, probably with the Vecna arc teasers, and then I imagine that, Season 4 of this show will be primarily the Vecna arc, though I guess it is possible that they could wrap the entire thing in this season, though I highly doubt it. Again, this was probably maybe the weakest episode of the 6 episodes from Season 3 so far, but still a great episode in its own right. I think Season 3 overall has been fantastic as we're really in the thick of things. Some of my favorite episodes of this entire show so far have come from Season 3, and probably episodes from Season 1 as well, with that Percy arc, because I'm a major Percy stan. As well, again, we had Scanlan leaving the party, going to see his daughter to rekindle the relationship. Makes me wonder if we're going to see one Taryon Darrington before Season 3 of Legend of Vox Machina is over. Please, for the love of God, I hope they give us Terry in Season 3. If they don't, I will honestly be extremely disappointed because I love me some Terry in Doty. It seems like at this point we are barreling towards the climax of the Chroma Conclave and the big fight with Thordak and Raishon post the Thordak fight. So I'll be very curious to see, you know, how they animate this, what the story writers and developers change from Campaign 1 to the animated series. Again, I have been a pretty big fan of most of the changes they've made from the campaign to the animated series so far, maybe minus a couple that were in Season 2 that were a little weird. I thought Umbrasyl's obsession with the vestiges was a little bit weird, personally, but that one really wasn't that big of a deal. Overall, I do enjoy most of the changes that the writers have made when adapting the campaign to the animated series. It feels fresh, it feels new, you know, it gives, you know, Campaign 1 and Critical Role watchers, you know, something new to ingest and to enjoy from Campaign 1, as opposed to seeing just a straight-up copy pasta from Campaign 1, which I really enjoy and I really like, and it's been a lot of fun seeing the kind of story writers definitely having fun, enjoying adapting and making all of these fun changes and references, you know, some scenes straight-up word for word, frame for frame to Campaign 1, while others are completely different, completely off-script, and I really do love this kind of, this new adaptation for the campaign. I've been really, really impressed with the writing staff, the animated staff, just overall in general. I've said this a million times, Legend of Vox Machina is not just a great Dungeons & Dragons show, a great Critical Role show, it's just a great animated video, animated show, full stop. And again, it continues to surprise me just how fantastic this show is. Obviously, I am biased, I am a Critical Role fan, but in general, I do stand by that. This show is amazing. It's better than it has any right to be, and you can really tell that the Critical Role team poured their, you know, their heart and soul, their love and passion, blood, sweat, and tears, and a whole lot of money raised by the community to make this show. And again, I'm just happy that it is as good as it is. I never would have expected years ago, back in like 2014, 15, that a Critical Role animated show would be this good. So keep up the good work, guys. As always, if you did enjoy this video and you learned something new, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know your favorite moment from Episode 6, Season 3 of Legend of Vox Machina in the comment section down below. If you did enjoy this video, then want to check out some of my other Critical Role, Legend of Vox Machina, D&D content that is on screen now. And as always, I hope to see you in the next one, guys. Stay safe out there. Until next time, peace, love, Adu.